Charlie spent 1/6 of her day reading and 1/4 of her day playing with her brother and sister. How much longer did she spend playing with her siblings? I'm going to begin by writing this as a sentence, as I always do, leaving a blank for my answer. Charlie spent blank more hours playing with her siblings. The key word here is more. More tells me that I'm comparing two things. I'm comparing the amount of time Charlie spent reading to the amount of time Charlie spent playing. I can show this in a comparison model, and I will do so, but before showing it in the comparison, I'm going to show a part whole that illustrates the fraction of her day spent reading and the fraction of her day spent playing. To show that in one single bar, I have to find a common denominator. So I'm going to take a look at the 6 and the 4 in 1/6 and 1/4 and find the least common multiple so that I can compare these two fractions, or so that I can show them in one bar. So 6 and 4 have a common multiple of 12. I know that 1/6 is then equal to 2/12, and 1/4 is equal to 3/12. So now I've made equivalent fractions so that my denominator is the same. Now I can draw a whole bar, break it up into 12 parts because my denominator in both is now 12, and I can label the portion of Charlie's day spent reading and the portion of her day spent playing. So 1/6 is the same as 2/12, so I can label 2 of these boxes R for reading. 2/12 of her day was spent reading. 3/12 was spent playing with her brother and sister, so I'm going to label 3 with a P for playing. I then can label my whole. I know that I'm finding 1/6 of her day and 1/4 of her day. A day is 24 hours, so I can label the entire bar 24 hours. Now I'm going to separate this into a comparison problem so that we can see where we're going to put our question mark. Some of you might see it right away, and that's fantastic, but I can separate it into a comparison and it will be a little bit more clear. I'm comparing the amount of time she spent reading to the amount of time she spent playing. So I'm going to label playing and reading in a comparison problem. There are 3 units representing the time she spent playing and 2 units representing the amount of time she spent reading. I want to know how much more time Charlie spent playing, so I'm going to label that with a question mark. Now I can see that 1 unit is my question mark. I want to know what 1 unit is because I have 1 extra unit of playing. So I can label that in my part whole model. I'm labeling 1 unit of playing with a question mark. And now I can solve because I know what fraction I want to find. I want to find 1/12. And I want to find 1/12 of 24 hours to figure out how much extra time Charlie spent playing with her siblings. I know that of means times, so I can put in the time sign and solve. 12 and 24 can both be divided by 12. So 12 divided by 12 is 1. 24 divided by 12 is 2. And I'm going to multiply and get my answer, which is 2. Now I can cross out my question mark, write in 2 hours, and put that in my answer. So Charlie spent 2 more hours playing with her siblings.